Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the 80-60 rule. I'm 60, and this guy over here is Greg. He's
80.
80, right? And I'm Mark. I should have said that. Anyway, welcome again. We're glad you're here. And right off the top, I'm just going to say, how have you been, Greg?
Fine.
All right, good. You had a good week?
I've had a good week. Yeah.
All right,
Around.
good. All right, all right.
And
all
how
right.
about you?
Yeah, okay. I'm ready for warm weather. I'm ready for spring. This is a little rough, but what are you gonna
Climate
do?
changes here. Climate changes here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but go ahead. Tell me what's on your mind.
Let's talk baseball.
Oh, beautiful.
The Cubs won yesterday. What do you think?
Yeah,
White Sox are winning the bottom of the seventh. It was 3-1.
right, and they're in Detroit. I know the Cub game locally was rained out.
Yes.
The Sox are in Detroit. Sox, I got to tell you, I was looking at their lineup. Man, they are good. They're going to score some runs this year. So that'll be an exciting team to watch. I don't know about the Cubs. I don't know. They're a little shaky, but whatever. We'll see.
You never know. You never know who's going to be what the Astros did from lower at the bottom to how they won a couple of years ago, right?
Right. Yeah, but it just seems like as far as the Sox go, strong through and through. Cubs, I don't know who's going to pitch. I mean, I was surprised at Hendricks yesterday because usually at the beginning of this season he gives up 5 homers a game. So he hung in there yesterday. He did pretty good.
Let me just tell you, you don't know who's going to pitch. They don't have my cell number, so I'm not going to get called.
Okay. All right.
So rest assured.
All right. So process of elimination, we're narrowing the field down. It's not you. So, okay.
Right. Because
all right.
in Little League, my fastball was somebody's changeup.
In Little League?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You seem like a type of guy in Little League who would have been more interested in the snack at the snack bar after the game. Am I?
No, I just cried a lot when we lost.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Do you remember the name of your first Little League team?
No, but it was number 8.
Oh, you were number 8. Okay, cool. All right. Yogi Berra. All right, good. All right.
Since you said that with talking about the Cubs, let me ask you this question. What do you think? I like baseball and I love watching. I would always enjoy watching Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
Pitching over a guy throwing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It seems to me that's really how he nicks the corners and all that. What's your opinion on what do you?
Same way. If I'm walking, I love baseball too, but if I'm watching it passively one day, if it's on in the background, I was more apt to stop and watch Maddux pitch than to watch, maybe my team being, up to bat. You know what I mean? I think I'd rather watch him nip those corners. And I just loved how slow he was, but how he just knew what he was doing with it. So I would rather watch a game like that than somebody who's that's why Adam Wainwright, he's so impressive right now with the Cardinals, because it's that same type of thing. No velocity, but boy, he knows where it's going, and it's really, really something to watch. I love it. It's probably my favorite thing about baseball.
Now, do you think, I just thought of this. I remember Bob Gibson, when you got up there, you were afraid to go up there because I like that.
Yeah, because he didn't know where it was going.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Meaning right in here. Yeah. What's that called? It's something wildness, like controlled wildness or something like that.
Yeah.
Keeps you on your heels. Yeah. You were, as a batter, you were happy to strike out and sit down. At least you didn't get hit.
Since you're saying another thing comes to my mind, the brushback. That's still around. And is that the pitchers can't pitch good these days.
Right.
It's like they don't do it on purpose. They just
Yeah. So the brushback that traditionally was the guy in front of me hit a home run, so when I come up, they're going to brush me back so I don't get too comfortable. Or I've hit 2 home runs today. The third time I come up, they're gonna.
I happened to me once in Little League. I'll never forget. Now I was no superstar by any means. I was terrible, but
But you were number 8, right? Number 8. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember you. Yeah.
this couple of guy hit a home run on him, like the guy. I says, he can't do this again to me. This is embarrassing me. So I threw it at him. Okay, I threw it at him.
Oh, you were pitching?
I was pitching. I threw it
Oh,
at him.
okay.
I said, I'm going to hit him. And he took one step back and hit a home run off me. I said,
Wow.
my career's over.
That's it. That's it.
My
Right.
career's over.
Okay.
No, career's over. And
know-
with that, I like to read you something and see what you think, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Sign stealing. This was in the New York Times, Wednesday, April 6th. I'm going to read it a little bit, just a paragraph or so. The system, which affiliate was unveiled on Tuesday, includes a push button transmitter worn on a catcher's glove side, wrist.
Here,
It
back
says
up
it
a little
designed-
bit. Back up a little bit.
Okay. Includes a push button transmitter
Yeah.
worn on a catcher's glove side wrist that sends the desired type of pitch to bone conduction earpieces inside the caps of the pitcher and any three other players the team designates. And I'm saying, why do all this? Hey, I'm not for stealing, but if you can learn the tendencies and you can tell that's a fastball, that's not stealing. That's just being.
So you're saying
Yeah.
it's like a thing that goes around the wrist,
Yes,
and that's on the catcher, and the pitcher has a receiver in his ear, plus 2 or 3 other players if they
we're
choose,
designating. I know
Yeah.
the pitch.
and that's to communicate the pitch, right?
Right.
All right. And you think that it's about sign stealing?
Yeah, it goes right to fight sign stealing. That's
Yeah, I think it's more about speeding up the game. I don't think they're doing it because of sign stealing. I think
That's
they're
what
doing
they-
it. Yeah, but I think that guy's wrong.
okay.
I don't think I think it's more about
Speeding up the game.
catcher sits down, even before the batter's in the batter's box, catcher can plug in what he wants. All right, what pitch he wants. The pitcher hears it because oh, I heard this last night because it was on a game. The pitcher hears the voice of the pitching coach. And he'll say, slider or changeup or whatever. That's what he's going to hear, the voice of the pitching coach. So it's the same voice no matter who's pitching. And then if the pitcher wants it, I guess he does it. I don't know how that works. But I heard it was to speed up the game, not to prevent sign stealing. Because how many times does a pitcher shake off a,
Yeah. That's
You
a
know.
good point. That's a good point.
because
Interesting.
signs, but I don't know. Yeah, it does take away that guy on second base being able to peer in there and get
But
the
if
sign.
but if he can detect that, I said, boy, we're doing good. That
Right,
to me, that's a positive thing.
right. That's good on you for being able to figure that out.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're not beating the Houston Astros.
right. Banging on the garbage
Yeah.
can.
Not at all.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't upset me, but why they want to stop the defenses, the shifts.
Oh,
Well,
because next
Just
year-
learn how to hit the ball the opposite side, then they'll stop it right away.
Right. Yeah. Who's a batter that comes to mind for you that's affected by the shift? Rizzo.
Rizzo.
Yeah. Right. So you're saying Rizzo should learn how, well, actually he did it a few times. He's probably
Yeah.
a bad example because he's pretty good at going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just it reminds me of an old story. How do you stop a guy on offense? Play better on defense.
Right. Yeah.
Play better. It's not
Yeah.
it's not rocket science here.
Right. Exactly. Just play better than those guys.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's a good point. I know they're trying to do a lot of stuff to speed up the game though, which is necessary. It's a great game, but not when it's 4 hours long.
But there's some things. I don't understand gloves. Tell me about the gloves. I don't know how many. Very few players don't wear gloves.
Right.
What's the purpose? Why do they wear gloves?
Well, it could be 2 things, right? It could be as simple as calluses, right?
Okay.
I mean, I go to the driving range and I get calluses like, just hitting balls, hitting golf balls. I can imagine these guys. So it could be that, but it's also probably the grip, right? And then there's those other guys who just use it as a delay thing, just to mess around with their gloves all the time and everything. But I mean, what about football? Why do they wear? Why does the quarterback wear football? Because of the grip, right? I
Yeah,
mean, wear gloves, right? Yeah.
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 Interesting issues. Could I like to just comment on something if I may?
Yeah. Sure.
This
Sure.
happened after, before we had the show, but then we didn't have this. What happened with Will Smith and Bruce Willis? Why am I
Okay.
saying that? Is because I learned two illnesses that I never knew about:
Oh yeah, and they were they are
alopecia and aphasia. If I'm
yeah.
pronouncing it
Can
correctly.
we say goodbye this time, and then when we come back, we'll do part two, touching on what you just mentioned when we come back.
Okay,
Is that all right?
I like to. Thank you.
All right, yeah, that's interesting because I got something to ask you about that anyway. But all right, we're out of here. I'm Mark. I'm 60, and
And I'm Greg. I'm 80.
all right, and we'll talk to you next time. All right. Remember,
Thank you.
subscribe down below.